To our online learning platform. Dear learners, today we are going to take up poem 5th from our syllabus, and the name of poem is The Ball Poem, written by John Berryman. Let us take up this poem. Now, before we begin this poem, let us go through the theme behind this poem. So, first we have to keep in mind that the poet John Berryman, he lost his father when he was at the age of 12 years. So in this poem we are going to see that a boy who loses his ball in the water, and the poet is trying to console him by saying that soon he will lose many things in life. They may be living or they may be non-living things, and he has to learn to cope up with such a situation in his life. That is the theme of this poem. Now let us take up this poem. Although this poem has got only 18 lines, but these 18 lines has great significance. They have lot of importance in our life. Second one, this particular poem doesn't have a rhyme scheme. No rhyme scheme. No particular rhyme scheme is there in this poem. That is also we have to keep in mind. And there are certain figures of speech which are used in the poem that we are going to take up when I will explain this poem. So let us begin this. So here what we have seen, that a boy loses his ball and he is very upset. He is very unhappy. He is very unhappy. He is feeling sorrowful. So let us see how the poet tries to console him, how the poet is trying to console him that he should not feel worried about these things, because such situations will come in one's life, and as he will grow up in his life, so he will start learning how to cope up with such situations in life. So let us take up this poem. What is the boy now who has lost his ball? What is he do? The poet is telling us that the boy has lost his ball in the water, and what he will do now. I saw it go. It here is the ball. So the poet is telling that he also saw that ball going merrily, bouncing down the street and then merrily over, and there it is in the water. So he has seen this ball going into the water. So here we can say a kind of imagery is there. A kind of imagery, or we are able to visualize. We are able to visualize how the ball bounces from one place to the other, and at the same time it falls down in the street, and ultimately it goes into the water. So that is the poet is trying to tell us that how this ball goes into the water. So in first 4 lines we have seen that how the boy lost his ball into the water. Now let us move on to next line. No use to say, oh there are other balls. No use to say, oh there are other balls. Now here poet is telling us that there is no use. There is no use to tell the boy, because now he is in grief. He is in grief and he is busy making himself understand the thing that he has lost his ball. So in case if somebody tries to tell him, then there will be of no use, as there are other balls, and the poet is telling him that there are other balls. He can get a new ball. He can get a new ball also. But he tells him that because this new ball doesn't have some emotional attachment, he doesn't have a emotional attachment, so this new ball will be of no use to him. And ultimate seeking, and ultimate, so here ultimate means here of high order, shaking grief fixes the boy. So he starts feeling trembling. He is in sorrow. He is in sorrow. He is in grief. He is in grief. Fixes the boy. So his mind is filled up with sorrow, filled up with grief. And as he stands rigid, now he is very much stiff. He is very much stiff, or we can say he is shocked also. He is shocked. Trembling, he is shivering. The boy is shivering that what he is going to do as he has lost his ball. So staring down, he is looking down towards the water. He is staring down. He is looking down. And what he is thinking that all his young days into the harbor. All his young days. Now he is thinking that his happy days, young days are the happy days, or we can say childish innocence, or we can say these are the happy days, then childish innocence, or we can say young days. So they all have, or his memories have gone. He has lost all these things along with the ball. So his young days into the harbor, so all have gone useless, and now he is feeling very sorrow. He has become unhappy. I would not intrude him a dime, another ball is worthless. Now he senses first responsibility. Now these lines, these are most important lines from the examination point of view. As we can say that the poet is telling us that he would not intrude. He would not intrude. He is telling that he will not disturb. Intrude here means he will not interfere. Why he will not interfere? Because he is telling that the boy himself will understand the thing that if somebody disturbs or intrudes in or interferes, then his chain of thought is broken. It makes him irritated. And moreover, we all know that self-consolation, self-realization and understanding is more effective and lasting than what is done by an external force or by somebody else. So since the boy has lost his ball, so he himself will realize that yes, he has done some mistake. He was not careful in handling his ball. He could not handle the ball properly, and that is why he has lost his ball. So here the poet is not going to interfere with him a dime. The poet is telling that yes, this ball will cost only 10 cents. The ball will cost only 10 cents in US, or we can say 10 paise, and for another ball. But that is useless. It is worthless, because this boy has lot of memories. This boy has lot of happy days. This boy has lot of childish innocence or young days or memories attached with this ball. So he will not have another ball. And since he has lost this ball, so he will learn how to cope up with situation, how to take care of his things, and in this way these things will help him in learning new lessons of life. And he will also learn how to take care of his belongings or his things. So this is the first responsibility. This is the first lesson of responsibility for the boy, that I should take care of my things. So in this way he will understand this thing, that how to stand up or bear the loss through this self understanding and trying to console oneself on his own, as the boy who has lost his ball was trying to do. Now, in a world of possessions, what is possessions? Possession means here materialistic things. materialistic things. So this world is full of materialistic things. So in this way, in this world, he will learn how to take care of his things. So this is the first lesson of his responsibility. People will take balls and balls will lost away. Now this is also important things. Important point we can say. People will take balls and balls will be lost. So this we can say a kind of philosophy of life is there, that we should be careful in handling our things. We should be careful in taking care of our things. At the same time, this also tell us that we should be very much careful in handling our relationship with others. As we grow up in our life, we have to take care of our relationship with other people. So we have to take care of all these things in life. So ball is not important. Ball, here we can say, ball is a symbol of life. Ball is a symbol of life. That is what we have to learn, that ball is a symbol of life. So here all these things have been used as a symbol of life. So people will take balls and balls will be lost always, little boy, and no one buys a ball back. So we can say there are things which cannot be brought back in our life. If we lose something, there are certain things like relationship with other people, they cannot be brought back in our life. So we have to be careful, we have to be responsible in taking care of such things in our life. The poet is telling that money is external. All know, we know that money is not of any importance, money is not a great thing, but he is learning. So in this way the boy is learning the things, that how to handle the people in life, or he is learning how to cope up with loss, stress, or painful experiences of his life. And in this way he will learn to handle responsibilities in his life. Well behind his desperate eyes, although he is feeling hopeless, he has become hopeless. So well behind his hopeless eyes, he is learning all these lessons of life. The epistemology of loss. Epistemology means, here we can say, actually it is a knowledge of loss. So in this way he is learning that how to have this knowledge of this loss, and how to stand up, how to cope up, knowing what every man must one day know. And in this way he will learn that what we have to learn in our life one day, that one day we have to learn to take care of our things. Others will not take care of these things, but we have to learn these things in our life. And must know many days how to stand up. So in this way, must know many days how to stand up. So in this way we have to learn that how to take care of these things in our life. This we have to see, that how we are going to take care and take responsibility of even some of the small things that we have in our life. It may be possible that these things have a very less, or it has got very less value, but even then we should take care of all these things. And at the same time he will also learn how to cope up with the loss, because some losses are inevitable, some losses are those which cannot be brought back, as he lost his father at the age of 12 years. So these things cannot be brought back in life. So this thing he has to learn. So I hope this poem is clear to you. And one more thing I am going to tell you, that regarding some of the figures of speech, we can say that yes, what is the boy now, what is he do. So here repetition of what is there. So here we can say that anaphora is used. When we are going to use this figures of speech, or we can say this anaphora is used when a word is used in two or more lines continuously. Then this anaphora is there. Second, we can also see that lot of repetition is there. Lot of repetition is there. Like we can say yes, what. So this thing is there, what. Then in next we can have balls and balls, balls and balls. At the same time we can also say that yes, here buys a ball back, buys a ball back. Alliteration is there, alliteration is there. Then in this line I have told you that it is imagery is used, or we can say we can usualize things. So these are the some of the figures of speech which are used in this poem. Thank you.